Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Friends in the Wild podcast. This week, we have such an exciting episode with a special guest that we've been dying to have on. We are having Ruth Anne, my wedding photographer, on to tell about her journey in becoming a photographer, how she's made this her full-time job, and all the emotions of planning her own wedding as a wedding photographer. So we really hope that you all enjoy this week's episode and give Ruth Anne a warm welcome. We're so excited to have her, and we can't wait for you to listen to her story. Here you go. All right, guys, we'd like to welcome Ruth Anne to the podcast. We're so excited that she's here and can't wait to hear everything that she has to share about her personal life and her business, which is, as you're about to find out, booming. So,
yes, guys, I'm so excited to be here. I'm already having so much fun.
You don't have to talk like you're being held at gunpoint. She's like, I'm having so much fun.
No, but seriously, like, I'm like, okay, if the podcast is as fun as like the pre-recording, I'm like, this is gonna be great.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. We just gotta let the nerves out and then get chatty, and it'll all be great.
No, for sure.
So thank you so much for coming on. I'm glad we got this scheduled. I've been looking forward to it so much. So
me too. Sorry, the communication was also like a little wacky, but
absolutely,
we figured it out.
I apologize. I'm the worst texter probably ever born. So
same.
No worries here from me. So just briefly, we're going to talk about how we met, and then you can share some stuff about like your personal life and who you are, where you're from, all the good things.
Lovely.
So in my, as you all know, my dreaded wedding planning process, the one thing that I was determined to spend my money on was a good photographer. So of course I took to Instagram. I was literally searching high and low forever trying to find a photographer. And the pictures that got me looking at your page were the Tennessee graduation pictures. Laura Grace, isn't it one of your friends? Don't you know the girl?
One of the what?
Is it
girl
Kendra?
Maybe. She's like walking up some steps.
Yes.
Wait, yeah.
Kendra.
Yeah, you know her, right?
I forgot about that connection. Yeah, I knew her, and you were like, this is the person who's going to do my wedding. And I was like, oh my gosh, perfect. I know the model.
Yeah. So those were the pictures that got me on your page. And then we set up a call, and honestly, zero regrets about hiring you as my photographer for my wedding.
That actually, like, it's such a relief. Like, sometimes when I send a gallery, I'm like, I love it, but like, what if they don't? What if they feel like they're missing this or whatever?
No, you hit the nail on the head. And I will say, like, people that I do not talk to have been texting me and commenting and being like, these are stunning. So just know you did a great job. And I absolutely love them. I'm trying in the process of decorating my empty home. I'm going to definitely be hanging some.
Oh, that is so sweet.
My favorite picture, I think. I love the one that you took of me sitting in that chair, like messing with my shoe.
Girl, I love that photo. I've used it in like 5 TikToks. Like, it's so good. you just look incredible.
Not to be self-absorbed, but I love that picture.
But you look amazing.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. I've been
frozen. Like a little glitchy on my end, like just a little bit.
Yeah. I've been frozen for a second, so I've been enjoying the conversation. But I was going to say, another great thing about Ruth Anne on the wedding day itself was like, she came in and just kind of really made the vibe, like raised the vibes of the day. And it was just so like comforting to be around her. And it was so easy to like approach her for any pictures we wanted. So we highly, highly recommend that if anyone's planning a wedding, you see if she's available at least.
Yeah. She's actually booking up. Sorry, I got her when the getting was good. And
you did.
Laura Grace, what was your favorite picture off the top of your head?
I love the picture of you and Colin walking across the street with like the theater in the background.
Love that.
There are so many good ones. I love the one with you and your dad.
Yeah,
those were ones of you and the girls with the umbrellas.
Those were adorable too.
Those are so cute. I want to put one of those in like my home actually for Mallie's wedding.
the one of Colin lifting you in the air, low key. Like that one is just great.
And it really
faces in the background.
Love it.
It was hilarious. There's literally, and you sent me like I'm not kidding. I saved them to my phone. It took me like 6 tries because there was 700.
Yeah.
Girl, that was a small gallery. Okay. I have
Oh.
a problem. I overshoot and like, okay, sneak peek alone, I have such a hard time like condensing it down to just like a 20 photo sneak peek. Like that is just not me.
No.
Number one, I like want to make a post. So I want to have like a bunch of stuff to work with. So I'm like,
Right.
oh, they're gonna get whatever I post. And then secondly, I'm like, you pay me so much. Like, I'm not gonna keep a single photo from you. And maybe that's an unpopular opinion for photographers, but like
But I love it.
I do send a really hefty wedding gallery. Even if
And
there's
a
like 5 of the
wedding.
same photo, I'm just gonna give it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually supposed to be the best day of their life, the most important. So
Yes.
I admire that about you,
Thank
not being a
you.
stingy photographer.
Thank you.
You go,
Sometimes
girl.
people
Although
tell
my
me,
phone's running out of storage, you
oops,
still go. I appreciate
you need
it.
a hard drive. Like you just need a hard drive.
Literally.
But like sometimes people will tell me they pay like, $500 for like an hour session and they get like 25 photos, and that blows my mind.
Yeah.
Photographers, let's give. Let's be givers.
Start a movement. That's hilarious. So, yes, that's how we met. And now, if you just want to share a little bit about you to let the podcast know more about your personal life, more than just the fact that you're a photographer, if you have anything
Yes.
you want to share with us.
So I'm from Knoxville, born and raised. I went to college for 2 years at the University of Tennessee, and I was studying graphic design before the Lord called me to drop out. That kind of goes into like the whole crazy story of me meeting my fiance and everything. But basically, like one summer, I went to Hawaii to do like a volunteer program, and like the Lord just completely turned my life around. And so I literally made the decision to drop out of college in like a week. And
Oh
then
my God.
I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, Lord, like I just need new dreams, because I thought I was gonna like live in New York and work for like
Mhm.
a magazine or something. Like that was the dream. But then I feel like he just gave me the idea to start this business, which we'll also get into that. But yeah, so I would say I'm a really art artsy, creative person.
Mhm.
I've always wanted to kind of like have a creative career. I never really wanted to be like sitting at a desk, or I'm also just not like the smartest of humans. Well, I also just like don't really apply myself when it comes to like smart things.
To
Do you know what I
school.
mean?
Yeah, like
Right.
academics. Yeah.
Right. Like school wasn't really my thing. But yeah, I love music. I also sing and write songs and play guitar. And
Yes, of your life right now.
The coolest
I love to
person we've ever
travel.
met.
Wait, stop. You
You're
guys are
literally
so
like on a different continent every other month. I have a hard time keeping track, and I'm so jealous.
it's literally also being able to make my own schedule with
Mhm.
photos. Like it's an incredible blessing because I can just make plans to travel whenever I want to go somewhere. Like,
Mhm.
and I just have like I save a lot for travel. Like I just believe in
Yeah,
like investing in experiences over like things, you know?
we
But yeah,
have a
I love to
lady.
travel. My fiance's from London, so I also get that brought in a lot of like travel experience.
Sickening. Sickening.
When I tell y'all, like when I met him, I was like, this is not real. Like my life is not real. It was crazy. It was
And
crazy.
now you're marrying. I remember the first conversation that we had. I was like, "Oh, so you're moving there?" And you were like, "Whoa!" Like, no. I was like, "No, I'm sorry. I don't know you, but I'm making the decision for you that you will be moving." I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
No, people are actually like shocked whenever I say that he's moving here. Like London is lovely, but it's just not somewhere that either of us really want to live. Like, and we actually like really want to do van life. So
Of
we're
course you do.
hoping, guys, I really hope it happens. He just got a camera. He's like starting to play around with videography. So we're hoping like in the next 2 years, maybe we can start like a business together doing like a husband and wife photo video duo.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just want to be nomads like for like the first
Yes.
So
5 years of our marriage. So
listeners, as you can see, there are so many reasons we wanted to have Ruth Ann on the podcast. So much to discuss here.
And the only thing I was going to say, the only way that your wedding package could be any better is if your photos were a video. If your vibe that you bring in your photos was a video, you are going to be lethal. I'm so sorry. Every other photographer should probably just quit at this point. I'm sorry.
Okay, y'all like seriously hype me up. I'm just
Yeah, no,
here.
I'm being dead serious.
I actually did book a video for March.
Really?
First time I've ever done it. It's kind of like a high school friend, and I posted this video on my personal Instagram of just like an edit that I made of Noah and I like at the Seven Sisters in England. And she literally messaged me and she was like, I loved that video. Like, do you want to do my wedding video? I was like, sure.
I didn't even know that you were into video.
Like,
So that's so exciting.
yeah, I definitely want to stick to photography like for my business, but I was like, I will totally like do this for the plot, you know, like
For sure.
also like I've just loved creating like little videos ever since I was in like 6th grade. Like whenever I was on like a school trip or something, like I loved making little videos, and like at the time I thought it was so good, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like even just like making TikToks, like I love editing videos. So I was
Yeah.
like, it'd be fun.
No, I think that it will actually be great. That is so exciting. Wow. Do you have like a little fun fact that you want to share other than the whole fact that your life is fun? Is there something random about you that most people wouldn't like expect?
I always like think of something and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be my fun fact. And then I forget whenever someone asks me.
Same.
I do the same thing as soon as someone asks me.
This is kind of a fun fact about my business. I know we're just like literally my life is photography, which is kind of annoying, but like the first camera. Okay, so the reason I was able to start my business with like a high quality camera is because when I was 15, I had a friend who was a photographer, and he tagged me in this like Instagram giveaway for a camera. And I was like, oh, I'll just tag a few people and enter and give it a whirl. And I won it. Literally a $2,000 camera.
No,
Like,
it was meant to be. That was just the stars aligning in your favor. So how long have you been doing photography? Like posting and like taking it serious?
yes. So I started officially in September of 2023. I like posted on my main Instagram, and I made my photography Instagram, and I was just like offering like $50 sessions for like the first 10 people that grabbed it or whatever. And I had a friend that I worked with at the time, and she would always like be my model, and I would just like kind of do like people that I knew. It wasn't really like I was getting people that were like strangers. But yeah, so I started with like really cheap sessions, and I was doing pretty much anything I could get. So like I was doing families, any grads. Yeah, it was a slow start. Like I knew that I wanted to be a wedding photographer and like do the couples and like maybe one day do destinations, but like obviously I was like, okay, you got to start somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I started in September 23, and then in January I actually went back to Hawaii with Noah, and we did like a 6-month school called Discipleship Training School as a part of YWAM. So then I was like gone for 6 months. So I wasn't doing anything. Like I met these 2 girls, and both of their fiancés came to visit Hawaii at the time, and they were like, let's do some photos. So that was like all I did during that time. And then when I got home in June of 2024, that's when I was like, okay, like I'm going to hit the grind, like try to get more clients, start posting more. And I honestly like, I'm trying to remember when it just like took off. I don't even know. I think I just started posting TikToks, and it just reached a lot of people. And that was like crazy. I'm like, it's like free advertising, you know? Like we don't have to pay to do any advertising, and it was just reaching like all these different people. So I'd say like in December of 2024 is when it started to get a bit more, like I just was getting more clients. And then my first wedding that I did was my fiance's sister's wedding. She like had a really small wedding and she didn't really feel like she wanted a photographer, but she was like, you can do the photos to get the experience, see if you like it kind of thing. And it was so much fun. I was like, this has to be my job. Like,
Aw.
and I just also am such a feeler romantic. I was like, I want to just watch people get married all the time. Like, that is so special. Even if it's
Yeah.
somebody I don't know, it's always super touching. So after that, I was like, heck yes, I'm doing weddings. And so even though, like, obviously I hadn't really done like an official wedding, I would just post that I was a wedding photographer and just started
Worked.
people. It did.
Awesome. So, do you consider this like this is full time, long term? There's
Yeah.
nothing, no going back. You're all in.
I am all in. I've been like officially full time probably I probably started like full time this year in January. Because I was working at Offline by Aerie in the mall before I did my DTS thing in Hawaii. And then when I got home, when I was doing like just a little bit here and there photography, I was also door dashing because I was so broke. I literally was so broke after traveling, and I was like, I got to do something, but I did not want to like do something that I hated, and I really wanted to like pour all my energy. Excuse me. Pour all my energy into photography. So I was like, okay, DoorDash is great, good on the side, and then I don't even know, guys, out of nowhere, it just became full time. Like I don't even have like an official date of
Yeah.
like this is when I said yes, whatever.
So when you first
Yeah.
started doing weddings, were you super nervous to be like handling people's weddings on your own?
I was just a little bit like shocked. I was like, the fact that like this person booked me and like I've only ever done one wedding and they're trusting me with their wedding photos is crazy. And like her wedding was also pretty small, so like it wasn't as
Yeah.
intimidating. But it's definitely like it's just kind of crazy when you think about it. Like I can't let myself think about it too much or I will genuinely like go into a
Yeah.
spiral. But at the time, I didn't have like a backup camera or anything because I was just a baby. Like I didn't know. And so a wedding that I did in May, it was for my friend, and I had a second shooter who was also a friend, and there was like two videographers and a content creator. Praise God, because my camera that I've had since the giveaway camera broke in the middle of family portraits. The shutter just completely stopped working, and I was like, "Oh no!" And then, so luckily, because of my second, she gave me her backup camera that she like randomly rented. Guys, it was crazy. So then I really had to buy two cameras like that weekend. I was like, I gotta do it. It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
You live and you learn, you know? Like I didn't know anything about this photography thing. Like I'm self-taught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wait, first of all, and let's get your age. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you said that already.
We're older than you.
This, yeah,
Wait,
we
how
are,
old are y'all?
23.
yeah,
Okay.
we're
Well,
like 7 years older than you. Actually, we
like,
will be turning 24 in the next
Yeah,
few
we will.
months. So
okay, heard.
we
I
are
just turned
basically.
22 like a week
What?
ago.
Ah, well, happy late birthday. Sorry we missed it.
What is that?
I think this is why it makes like it even more just so admirable what you're doing is you are so young and you own your own business that is full time and extremely successful. So I think that is just very inspiring because I think a lot of people have like the creative drive in them, but
Right.
they're scared and they don't know. Like you said, you're self taught, you don't know anything about photography. And we
Yeah.
can kind of relate to that in starting the podcast. Like, we don't know what we're doing. And
Right.
it's fun to create like media content. We do really enjoy it. We do struggle with posting and like coming up with new ideas and
Sure.
what photos are we going to post? What TikToks are we going to make? So it is like a
Work.
bit of a yeah, it's a lot. It's literally a full-time job, but
Yeah.
we have other full-time jobs. So
Yes.
we're not having as much fun as you are, I fear. But we are still having fun. So I think that it's awesome to see like a success story come from such a young woman. So that's also one of the reasons we wanted to have you on. It's just insane that you're 22 and took a leap and it's working out for you. So
Yeah, it is crazy. And it's also, I will say, like, just part of following the Lord. Like, when you think you want a certain thing or like you have a certain plan for your life, like he can just change it in a minute. And
yeah.
it's like always super wild and super beautiful. So
All right. So the next question, I just want you to kind of briefly describe your style of photography and art and like what you try to channel whenever you start taking photos.
yes, so I love like moody, cinematic, very romantic style, which is like it's getting more popular, I feel like. But not necessarily like a lot of people want that style. It's very different to like your traditional post photos, like brighter editing style, which is like so great, just so it's not for me. Um and yeah, like when I started my business, I just found photographers that like did that and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I want to achieve that look that is so beautiful." Like Esther's Cannon, I don't know if you guys know Wild Faith Photos. Like these are just like people that I followed since the beginning.
Mhm.
Um so yeah, and also my fiance like studied film for a few years and so he's like taught me a lot about like just like the beauty and like artistry of like making movies and so now when I watch film I'm like getting inspo for photos, you know? Like it's like
Aw.
I want to create a scene in photos, if that makes sense. You know?
Mhm.
No, I think it does perfectly.
Yeah.
And I think your photos are exactly what you think.
Thank you.
I think so too. I love the vibes of all of your photos. I feel like Mallie's wedding, you really captured the vibe of it because it was so like playful and fun and like you captured the motion and everything. I think you do terrific.
Thank you.
Gold
Thanks so
star.
much.
So I'm sure that you kind of touched on this, like watching film and stuff gives you inspiration, but have you ever felt like you're kind of like in a rut and you're like, okay, what is going to be the next thing that inspires me? How do you keep your creative spark going?
Mhm.
Um, it honestly depends a lot on the clients and what they want. Um, I feel like as my business is growing, I get to be more selective in like what I choose. Um, and like yeah, it really depends. It depends on like if the clients give me creative freedom, if they have like a certain vision or like theme that they want to go for. Um listening to music, like honestly, instrumental music gives me so many ideas. Like
Aw.
I just go into this like fairy tale land and I'm like this could be a photo shoot. Like that would be so sick. How do I do that? And I want to do a lot more like styled shoots, which is just where like I ask people, "Hey, do you want me to style you for free?" Like just so I can get my creative portfolio going.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But like literally, y'all, when I listen to Style by Taylor Swift, like I have a vision. I have a vision. So if either of
No.
you want to be a part of it, let me
Oh,
know.
both of us. We're
We would
down.
love nothing more.
Great, great.
No, I'm being absolutely dead serious. First of all, you're saying our favorite words, Taylor Swift, so
Yeah.
we're
Good.
gonna be there. You know,
No,
like if you want
no.
to do glitch, like I'm down.
Like
I'll be so down.
her music, and then there's this like pianist. His name is Elijah Fox. When I listen to him, like I don't know, y'all. It's just something about the music. It just really gets my creative juices flowing, and like I said, I just have like fantasy land in my brain. So
Yeah.
I don't even know.
You can tell that you are so like truly to your core like a creative person. And I feel like it would be hard. Speak a little bit to this and you have a little, but go more into it. When you're doing weddings, people have like literally a checklist of like the pictures they want. So
Right.
how do you balance that with like your creative vision? And obviously like they're paying you, so
Right.
how do you balance that?
Like people are now hiring me for my style. So like they know that like whenever it's time for like me to just be a fly on the wall, like I'm going to have that like cinematic perspective. So
Mhm.
like I still get to have creative freedom and like little bits throughout the day and like couples portraits like that is such a fun part of the day because it's like, oh, I'm back in like you know, like it's just me and then the clients and I can like kind of make my vision come to life here. But like there's definitely like parts of a wedding day where it's like not creative, it's more structured, which is perfectly fine. It is their wedding day.
Mm-hmm.
But I think because it is such a full, long day with so many things happening, every wedding is different. Colors are different, people are different, moods, personalities are different. It's like in the first 30 minutes, I can kind of get a vibe of what the day is going to be like. And I'm like, okay, these people are vibing. We can do really, really fun getting ready photos. Or, you know, like, oh, they don't really love like the couples portraits. They feel kind of awkward. So when they're like dancing together is when I'll get like the true emotion. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely a talent. Like being able to read people and then because I feel like as a photographer, you're kind of in the back of your mind, you almost have a checklist of things you need to get done that maybe isn't on theirs. And you're like,
For sure.
okay, I'm really needing you to do this. But being able to be like, okay, that may not be the vibe. And it's not, you don't want to inflict more stress or anything on
Of course.
anyone. Just finding how to sneak those moments in, I think would I could see how that would be very challenging and almost like a little bit nerve wracking. You don't want
Yeah.
to, I don't know,
I
not
don't want to
upset.
overstep.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I
I remember
also,
at my wedding, you were like, "No, I know you're tired." I was like, "Girl, we're here. I'm not going anywhere. like, we, I'm here for this. I'm down. I am
so
like,
true.
maybe I am a little bit hot right now, but I'll be all right. It'll be fine.
I
I'm
know.
good."
Sometimes maybe photos like aren't the most important thing to the bride and they just like want me to like get out of the way and like they want 30 minutes for photos and then like we're good, you know?
Hmm.
So, but I'm glad that you wanted more. I just like to make sure, you know, like
No,
I
I'm
don't
like,
want
ignore me. Like, tell me what to do.
to. Okay, okay. I love
But
that.
yeah, I think that that's awesome. I was gonna ask you, is there ever in the weddings that you've done, have you ever been the person that had to like divert a crisis, or like have you ever seen a wedding crisis happen, and like you almost had to interfere, or what's the craziest thing you've seen at a wedding?
Well, I've only done like 6. So I don't have a lot of experience. Luckily, I have not had any drama
You
at
haven't had
one
any
point.
bridezillas yet,
No, praise
except me.
God. Girl, are you
I'm
kidding me?
kidding.
We were so chill. Like, I was like, this girl is like too chill. Like, it was
You don't want to get married?
She was drugged that day, I think.
Somebody snuck
so,
something in my coffee and drugged me.
please, Lord, like, let's just not have any crisis ever. I'm very scared for when the day comes because I'm sure it will.
Yeah. Unfortunately, weddings they're meant for disasters, unfortunately. But whenever you do, you'll have to share your story with us and we can tell
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
podcast.
The
We can
rain.
come back on just to share that.
Okay, great. The rain ceremony, though, I would say that's like the craziest story when it
Oh
rained
yeah.
during the
Go ahead
ceremony.
and so I guess this would be your like I made it kind of moment was from this
Apparently,
wedding because it is. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, my wedding didn't get as many views.
did it?
Whatever. It's fine. I won't take it personal. But it's because I didn't have a monsoon at my wedding.
Did it?
And I'm going to let you tell about this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you can explain how this was probably the moment you were like, holy cow, like, I'm famous.
So, like at this venue, it was so beautiful. It like was on top of a hill, overlooked mountains, like absolutely stunning. We were doing first looks and family photos, and you could like see the black clouds in the distance, like thunder rumbling. It was like eek. So I looked at the radar and like we were in the clear. Like there was nothing close to us. I was like, we are good. And then ceremony rolls around and it's like really dark. It's really dark. And people are coming down the aisle and I'm just praying. I'm like, Lord, please just hold off. And then the bride like walks down the aisle. I go to the back. And then like literally the rain, you can hear it in the parking lot coming. Just absolutely it was a downpour. It wasn't even like, oh, it's just raining during the ceremony. It was torrential downpour. Everyone like using their little fans to like try and cover. And we had to get her an umbrella. And someone gave her this red, blue, and yellow umbrella. So
Do
I
they
like
hate her?
literally I literally yelled. I said, "Can we get her a black umbrella? Because ain't no way I'm taking photos with this ugly umbrella." So luckily we did. And then the ceremony like had to be short, but it was pouring the whole time. I was like, "This is awesome. Like these are gonna go crazy." And then it literally rained like for another hour after the ceremony. But it was unreal, definitely unforgettable. And then I just made a little reel and it got like a ton of views. It has 12 million views. I don't even know how that
Tell them how
happened.
many likes.
2 million likes.
Don't be humble.
It's so funny. The bride, she texted me, she was like, she's like, "I can't even believe like we have this many views on our photos. Like this is just so crazy." I'm like, "You're literally famous, girly. Like you
She
don't even know
is.
it. In India,
Yeah.
apparently."
All the likes are from India, but I told her a view's a view. A like is a like. We don't
Yeah.
discriminate.
12
Oh,
million views and 2 million likes. First of all, that ratio is insane.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I've been like trying to go viral for like a year, so I was actually really excited. I was like, "Oh, this is nice."
Yeah, of course.
I personally went viral one time in high school, and it's still like when I peaked. Unfortunately, I will never be that cool again.
You've been chasing
What
So
was the video?
it was a video with my dad. It only got like 1.7 million views, but to be in like 2019, that was kind of like I
Yes.
was almost Charlie D'Amelio, and I
Legit.
should have kept going, but
To have the M on your video, I'm like, "Oh, like we're winning."
yeah. No, and I will not let anyone forget it. Just don't look at anything recent because it only has 700 views. Mind your business.
Oh,
But,
that's so real.
yeah. So those pictures were when I saw them, I was like, why could it not have rained at my? Actually, it did rain, but it just sprinkled.
No,
Why
literally,
couldn't
the
it be
amount of people that are like, "I want it to rain at my wedding." I'm like, "Do you?"
Yeah. No, I was honestly though when people like LG was saying like it was raining moments before I walked down the aisle.
It
At
was.
that point, I was just like, okay,
Right.
whatever. As long as I don't have to get under a tent, I don't care.
Legit. Oh my god.
But they were stunning.
Thank
And
you.
did you have something like covering your camera or were you actually sweating thinking about ruining your camera?
I I wasn't like really panicking because I had done photos in the rain before and my camera was fine and I just was like, there is literally nothing I can do, so I'm just gonna trust the Lord that like my camera's not gonna break right now. But it was absolutely soaking wet. Everyone at the wedding was so nice. Like after the ceremony, coming up to me, like checking on me, asking about my camera. Like it was everyone at the wedding was so great. It was genuinely such a fun time. My second shooter, she like found a towel for me. I don't know where she got it, but she just like ran up to me with the towel because we were still outside like for
Mm.
a while and it was
Mhm.
nonstop pouring, the wind, like it was crazy. It was really dramatic.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my
That's
camera was fine.
well, good. I'm glad for your sake because I feel like I would be like, I need an give me the red, white, and blue yellow umbrella. I need it.
No, literally there was makeup in my eyes, like I couldn't see. It was crazy.
Well, you did an amazing job. So
Thank you.
Yeah, clearly it all worked out.
It did. It really did.
you'll be praying for rain at every wedding from now on.
No,
They say
honestly.
it's good luck, and it looks like it was for you in that one instance.
That's true. Maybe not for their marriage. We're hoping so, but you got the luck
No,
out of that.
they are a lovely couple. Like it was lovely.
Awesome. Very glad. Our next question is going to be, do you have any advice for people who are kind of wanting to get into photography or just start their own business in general? What advice could you think to give them?
I would say commit. If you're gonna do it, just commit. It is kind of like a risk to take, but like if you put all your energy into it, like the chances of it like being successful are probably a lot higher than they are lower.
Mhm.
And then like, this is so cliche, but like comparison, it like really will like ruin
Mhm.
it will just ruin everything. Like in the beginning, I would just always compare my photos to other photographers and like try to look exactly like someone else. And it's just like you're never going to look exactly like someone else. You're never going to like achieve exactly what someone else is achieving. And then once you create your own art, that is your brand. Like, and that's what people are gonna like recognize you for. They're like, oh, like that's her style. That's like whatever she's trying to do, and it's not exactly like someone else, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
But that's something like I feel like I've gotten a lot better at that, but like I still like when I'm trying to plan a photo for my feed, I like go to other photographers like Instagram feeds and like, okay, what do they do? Like, but I'm like, it doesn't even matter like what someone else is doing, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, don't compare. Just go for it. That's all
Yeah.
I have
And
to
that's what people have asked us, like, I've thought about starting a podcast, but I don't know if I really want to. And we just tell them, like,
say.
just do it.
Yeah.
The worst thing that happens is you're only going to have 2 listeners, and that'll be me and Laura Grace.
Yeah.
And that'll be fun, you know? We're
Yeah.
in it together. So, and it's fun. At the end of the day, if you're having fun, then just do it.
So true.
You
And
don't owe it to
photography
anyone.
is the best. It is so much fun. So you should do
It's
it.
just also so much cooler to do things than to sit around thinking about doing things. So I'm
Yes.
proud of us all for being here and having this conversation.
Yes. I'm proud of y'all for the podcast.
Well, thank
Literally.
you.
That is hard work and it's so cute and so fun.
Well, thank you. We do have fun doing it. And it's also like we hope to have even more of our friends on, but it's almost like we always say that this is like a way that we are recording our memories, but a different version because we like to give like life updates. And I mean, the podcast, I was dating Colin and then we got engaged and then we got married. So it's kind of fun to listen back and have them on, Colin on when we got married and do the recap and all. So it's a different way to record memories,
For
but
sure.
we
I
do
love
enjoy
that.
it. Okay. Now for us uncreative, uninspired iPhone users who want to take good pictures, do you have any advice on how we can make our Instagrams better? Or what can you tell us?
Pinterest. Inspo. Y'all, I don't really know. Honestly, like this sounds okay. I'm not trying to sound a certain way. I genuinely feel like the Lord gave me a gift to see things a certain way,
Mhm.
but gosh, guys, I don't know. That's kind of a hard
So
question.
you're telling us that we're just, unfortunately, there's no hope. We aren't,
She said,
we aren't talented and gifted. We're just
you
bored.
either got it or you don't, and I have it. That's what she's saying.
It's like every 1 in 3 people have it, and I'm the one.
I'm a lucky one.
You win.
Oh, guys, that is just never. That is never what I want to tell people.
Do you follow JC Marie Smith on TikTok? And
That's what she was just talking about. Wait, can I look at my phone?
Yeah, she is a photographer. She used to do weddings actually, and now she does more like film. So I think that she would actually be a really good person for you to follow. I think that you would really enjoy her content.
but she has some like photography tips on the internet for just, people taking iPhone photos. But she also says some people have an eye for it and some people don't. Like you can give someone a camera and they're going to take a beautiful picture and give someone else the same camera standing in the same spot and it's just not going to be as good of a picture.
It's true, and I'm not saying that to like make myself sound like I am the best because I am not. I have literally so much learning and growth to do. Like if you guys look at my photos when I started compared to now, and I thought I was eating. Like, I thought I was good. Wait, is she a redhead? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, period. Wait, I don't see anything about photography, but she's so cute.
I think she has another page.
Did you tell her that she is our favorite podcast ever?
Yeah. But yeah, also on the Pinterest thing, Laura Grace and I have a love-hate relationship with Pinterest. I love the inspiration.
Right.
But you made a TikTok a few weeks or maybe months ago about trying to find a wedding dress, and you found one on Pinterest that you love. And I too am a victim of this. I found the most stunning wedding dress on Pinterest. And when I tell you the reason I bought my dress 4 months before my wedding was because I was on the hunt for that one. And then I was about to pay probably little bots on the internet
Yes.
sum of money to maybe even hopefully get a dress that resembled it. And I cannot stand that Pinterest posts things that don't exist.
No.
It
So
actually
dumb.
hurts me.
Literally,
But
like,
yeah,
my friends will send me a dress and I click on the link and it's like the only thing listed on this jank website. There's only one photo of it. I'm like, this is not real.
but I want it. Like,
Yes.
here is my card number. Dang, what else do you want? My social security number? Jeez. It's awful.
Have you ever fallen for like a scam like that? Like an ad or something on like your Instagram that's like, oh, this is a deal for a brand you really love. And then you
Definitely have.
I
I ordered some.
Margaret is the one between the two of us who has fallen for that.
No, Matt. We have to take a brief aside really quick because one time, this is about Taylor Swift and falling for
Go.
scam. One time, right after me and Mallie went to the Eras tour, we were like dying. We were fiending to get another set of Eras tour tickets, obviously. And she calls me one day and she's like, Laura Grace, I just found us some Eras tour tickets. And I'm like, what? Where? And she's like, they're on TikTok. Like, it's just someone has posted these tickets. I think it's real. We need to
She's
be
literally in college. She just needs to buy like a meal ticket. We'll take them off her hands. That was
Yeah.
literally the post.
So she sends me this. I go to TikTok and look at this. It is the fakest TikTok I've ever seen in my entire life. Literally like a black screen, a girl saying she's in college, she really needs someone to take these off her hands. And Mallie's like ready to pay $800.
Girl, we were all there for the Eras tour.
We were.
I wanted to go to the Toronto or Vancouver shows so bad. I spent like the nights of the show in Toronto, I would like be on like the freaking StubHub or like TickPics, like whatever, trying to like see the prices go down. I'm like, can I afford this? I was messaging all these scammers on freaking X.
Okay. We are the same. I'm sorry. Like, I was down bad. I truly
No,
was.
it consumed me for like a week. Like it was all I could think about.
Yeah.
And, like, I need to set myself straight. Like, number one, I can't afford it. Number two, all of these are fake.
No, when Laura Grace like, Mallie, that's fake, I was like, I think I'm living in a state of delusion. Like,
Yeah.
I might have a problem. Maybe.
I thought we all were. We wanted it so bad that I understand. I just have to tell the story because it's funny.
I totally forgot about that. That's hilarious. Were you able to go to any of the Eras tour shows?
I did. I went Nashville night one when she announced.
Okay,
Speak
we
Now.
went Nashville night 2.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
So
She
you got.
announced Speak Now.
Yeah.
I was
Jealous.
not prepared. I was not prepared for that announcement. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was sick.
You guys got Out of the Woods in 15, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did.
I
And
was jealous.
Abigail was
I love
there.
songs though, but that was fire.
What were your surprise songs?
Sparks Fly and Tim McGraw. No, Sparks Fly and Teardrops on My Guitar. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I can't complain at all.
No. What would have been your picks if you got to pick surprise songs?
Okay. Dear John.
I'm
Like,
sick.
of course.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think, like, I want to say Slut, but that wasn't out at the time.
It's okay.
So, but like that would be ideal,
Yeah.
you know?
Laura Grace, what was yours? I know we talked about it every day until we went.
Oh, we did. We absolutely did. I don't know what I really wanted though. Picture to Burn. It's Picture to Burn.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we were hoping Picture to Burn or Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
We're also huge Better Than Revenge fans.
Yes.
And personally, I'm a big Peace girl. I love that song. Or Cowboy Like Me.
Yeah.
Cowboy Like Me would have been.
Cowboy Like Me. If I got Cowboy Like Me, I would have been in shambles for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have been.
Or Evermore.
No
honestly.
one would have ever been able to say anything to me. I'd be like, okay, well, I've heard Cowboy Like Me. Sorry.
Yes. Or You Are in Love. That would have been another one I would have loved.
I know.
Yeah,
There's
so
so
many.
Guys, I could talk about Taylor Swift all night.
Oh yeah.
Well, we do sometimes, unfortunately. My dad gets so mad. He's like, I listened to the podcast. I don't want to hear about her the whole hour. I was like, sorry.
That's what you get around here.
Mm-hmm. It
Oh.
is true. But anyways, now we're going to kind of talk about the big life change that you're about to have. You are now in the wedding planning process. Congratulations on getting engaged in Italy, if I'm right.
Yes. In Lake Como.
Okay. Tell us Will you tell us
Tell
a
us
little bit about how you met? Tell us also how he proposed because I'm actually dying to know.
Okay. So, like I mentioned at the beginning, um, so there's this organization called YWAM, stands for Youth with a Mission, and they have mission schools like all over the world. And their biggest school is in Kona, Hawaii, which is on the Big Island. And my sister, she's 2.5 years older than me. She's been involved with YWAM like since 2019. So she's always like tried to get me to like go and just like see what it's like. But like the first school you can do in YWAM is the 6 month one. And I was like, I just don't have time for that, whatever. But I found out from one of her friends that she met through YWAM that there was like a work crew kind of volunteer thing you could do during the summer at the Kona base. So it was like a 7 week thing for like $600 in the summer. I was like, I am going. I don't care. And it was cool because I was like, I can kind of get a vibe of what YWAM is like if I would maybe consider doing the 6 month GTS in the future. And like, I had no expectations whatsoever. Like, I was just going to go. I had no idea that it was literally going to be like the best time of my life. So that's when I met Noah. So he's from London, England. And I also met like my best friend. Her name's Ella, and she's from Canada. And
you got it covered. What
literally,
more did you want?
there was so many people like from all over. Like you're just bound when you if you do anything YWAM related, you are bound to have connections all over the world. Like it's just the way it is. So cool. And so when I met him, I will try to make this a very short story. I could go on and on, but I was like kind of intimidated by him at first. Like he was just like this tall, like British boy that was kind of like cool. Like it just seemed like too cool to like talk to me. I don't know. He was kind of quiet. But then like our first conversation was about like how I wanted to buy like a hula girl for my dash, but I wanted it to be a fat one, not a skinny one. I was like, I don't want no skinny hula girl on my dash. And so I was like looking for one in a store, and and he just like walked up to me, and I was like, oh, they don't have any fat ones, whatever. And then he was like, oh, like, well, like I'll help you look for one. Like we will find you one by the end of Kukua Crew is what it was called. And then like the next day, in one of the vans that like would take us to campus every morning to go to work, had a fat hula girl in the dash, and he like sent me a photo of it. And he was like, I'm gonna see if I can get this for you. Like, and I barely even knew him, and I was just like, oh, that's so cutie, whatever. Anyways, we started spending more time together. Like one night we went to dinner with a group of friends and we went into this art museum, and he was like talking about art, and I was like, that's really hot. Like no guy ever like analyzes art with me. And then yeah, it was a short amount of time, but we spent like so much time together having really deep conversations. He was super intentional with his questions. Like it was just immediately I was like crushing hard, and I was praying. I was like, no. I was praying my feelings away because I am not about to like get involved with another man if it's not my husband, because that's just how I am. Like I date to marry, like, you know.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, honestly, like the Lord just made it really clear, like really quickly, that he was like who I was supposed to be with, and we even like spent time apart to like spend time with God and like make sure that's like it was real, and it wasn't just like this, oh, we're in Hawaii, it's so romantic. Like he's from London, he's British. Like, are you kidding me? Um, but yeah, and then he was like, I'm gonna go island hopping after like the volunteer program is over. And I was like, dang, I should have done that. But like I have to go back and do sorority recruitment when I was still in college at the time. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna go island hopping with you. And so we literally spent 12, was it 12 days? 12 days after the volunteer program island hopping. We went to Maui and Kauai and Oahu. And I was kind of scared. I was like, what if he turns out to be the worst? Traveling with someone? That is like how you find out, you know?
Absolutely.
We
Yeah.
we slept in the back of a Jeep. Like it was just, we were nasty. We hiked every day. It was incredible. I was like, he is the one. Like we just knew. We knew then and there. And then like I think also because of like the Lord's confirmation, it made doing long distance not as scary because I had always been like, I will never do long distance. Like even if it was just like the next state over or like even like a 3 hour drive, I was like, absolutely no. That just seems so hard. Um, but then like I had this weird peace, even though he's like literally an ocean away.
Yeah.
I just felt like because of who he was, I was like, this is so doable. He's just so incredible. Our communication is extremely strong. My love language is words of affirmation, and he never fails to like I never even like had to ask for that or tell him that. It was just like, oh, like he fills that need in me. I don't and he's just the best person ever. And we're getting married next October.
Oh my
And he proposed in Lake Como, Italy in May. So I kind of knew I knew it was going to happen. Like we had fantasized about like getting engaged in Italy for like a year. So one day we were on the phone and he was like, "How would you feel?" Because I was like I had plans to go visit him in London in May. He was like, "How would you feel if we just like went to Italy?" And I was like,
I'm
"Okay."
feeling it.
And he like booked my flight, which like we always just get our own travel costs, whatever. And so when he like booked my flight, I was like, this is it. Like this is gonna happen. And one of the things I told him that was like important to me was to have it photographed. And if it could be Ella, who was the friend that I met in Hawaii, she's also a photographer. If it could be her, that would be so special. I know that's a lot to ask. Whatever. And lo and behold, he like takes me to this spot right next to the lake. We're like dressed up for dinner. And I know it's gonna happen. I'm like getting emotional. And then I see Ella like come out from behind the building with her tripod and her camera. And I'm like bawling my eyes out. Like that was just so special. And then yeah. And then he proposed and we spent actually the next day Ella stayed and then we went into Switzerland the next day with her. There's like a little town right across the border. It was just literally a dream come true. Like I could not have asked for a better proposal. In Italy,
Yeah, no, literally.
No one can ask for a better proposal. That's a perfect
no.
proposal.
It
Yeah,
was, and it was just so
felt.
simple. Like nothing set up, nothing crazy, just like a beautiful place. Like, which I just feel like really represents our relationship because we love to travel and like we don't
Yeah.
have to have like a lot of things. We just like to have the crazy memories and like So yeah,
That
so in
is
love, so ready to get married. Like we're ready to get married.
that is so sweet. I love that for you. I was gonna say, as we kind of wind down, is there anything you've seen at weddings that you're like, I will be doing that. I have to have that. And on the flip side, anything that you're like, absolutely not. That will not be happening at my wedding.
Um, I definitely this is like a little thing, but it's really important. No phones at ceremonies. I absolutely hate it. Like when I'm taking photos of them coming down the aisle and there's like phones sticking out. Hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I actually found so the string players that are going to play at my wedding, I found them at a wedding that I was photographing. Like they did such a beautiful job. I was like, I have to have this. It's so whimsical and classy. And
Mm-hmm.
oh, I love that. And they were playing like Lover. Like they were
Yeah,
doing like Taylor Swift
they were.
covers.
Of
Perfect.
course.
Trying to think, oh, the taco bar also got that idea from two weddings because it's so easy and so yum.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. These are all really silly.
That's honestly the perfect job to have to plan your wedding. You've seen it all, really, and you get a lot of inspiration.
It is. It really is. And I have like I told myself I was going to make a note on my phone of like the do's and don'ts, and then I always forget. But there are definitely things like that I'll think back on, and I'm like, oh yeah, no.
That would be a good series for you to post like on TikTok or Instagram or something and be like, this is my do's and don'ts of a wedding. I think
Okay,
people will
heard.
pick that up because I was not exposed to wedding culture. My sister's not married. Like, Laura Grace isn't married. None of us have had like a big wedding. So
Yeah.
I wish I would have had little more insight going into it. I
Maybe
told
I
Elizabeth, I was
will.
like, now it's fine. You tell me what you want and I'll make your wedding happen. As long as you pay for it all and give me the green light, I'll be good. I've got you. I literally have a list like in my phone, all the venues and how much they cost. Like she was like, oh, I saw this one. I was like, that's $20,000. Do you really want to do that?
She's like, I already have a point of contact, know everything about this.
Took a tour, said no, can't afford that. But yeah, I think that's a good tool to have in your back pocket is you kind of already have the wedding inside.
For
Are
sure.
you guys going to get married in like Knoxville or off somewhere in the great unknown?
No, we're not doing a destination wedding. It's just too expensive, unfortunately. And it's already like pretty hard for his family to come over to Tennessee for the wedding. So yeah, we're just doing it in Tennessee. So we
It'll be
really wanted to like get married in Hawaii, but like that just is not we can't afford.
Well,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift has a tendency of showing up to Knoxville, Tennessee weddings.
Can I just tell you? It was 2 miles from my house.
Are you
And
kidding?
didn't
I'm
your
not
friend
kidding.
shoot it?
Yes. Shout
And
out
it was
Lily
the night
Pugh.
before my wedding?
Yes. I know. Shout out Lily Pugh and Maggie Wallace Photography. Go follow them because they're awesome.
So we want you to share your social media handles where
Yeah.
people can find you because I'm sure they'll be on the prowl.
Yes, my photography Instagram is ruthann.photography, and my personal is Ruth Anne Kamer. Kamer is Kamer, and my TikTok is Ruth Anne K. I think. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We will put all of that in our descriptions and everything as well.
Perfect.
Is there anything else that sometimes people get on here and they're like, I've been dying to say this. So if you have something you're dying to say, just get it off your chest.
I don't think so. I think we've like covered literally everything, and you guys have let me yap for a long time. So thank you.
That's what we're here for.
I feel like we have
literally this is fun.
so many more questions. So, maybe we can do a part 2 at some point.
I would love that. I'm like, can I just do this every week with y'all? This is so much fun.
Actually, I want to be like your IRL friend because I want to live vicariously through you.
Literally.
Friend. That's what I was like when I asked y'all where you live. I was like, we just need to be besties. Like honestly.
Yeah, I would just live a fraction of your life. Like, just if you'll let me be in the background and just like let me experience some of the things you're doing.
You're welcome
please.
anytime.
Like, I'm begging.
Anytime. Like, just let me know if you want to go on a little getaway.
No, I do. I'm letting you know. Yes.
Just start letting you know.
Yes, of course.
Tell me when you're free.
Okay, perfect. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come on and talk with us. It truly has been so much fun. I hope that you have enjoyed your time as well.
I really have. You guys are so easy to talk to, and like this has been a blast.
Well,
I was
thank
nervous. Like it's so chill.
Yeah, there's no pressure.
If we do a part 2, I think we should go to dinner, get all of our yapping out of the way, and then record in person, and it'll be even better.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it. I'm sorry.
That's the plan for next weekend. Okay.
I'm so down.
Write it down. Cancel the wedding you're shooting. That's irrelevant.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a blast. And everyone go follow Ruth Anne, support her photography because it is nothing but excellence. So,
guys.
Yeah.
So kind.
No problem. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening this week. We'll see you next week. See ya. Love ya. Bye.